Hello, my name is Luann Hughes, and I'm the Director of Technology for Temple Independent School District. Today, I would like to share with you some information on G Suite for Education.
Temple ISD uses the G Suite for Education apps. The G Suite for Education apps, more commonly called Google Apps, include the following. You may be familiar with some of these apps, such as Chrome, Drive, Docs, or Gmail. Google provides the G Suite for Education apps for any school district that qualifies. The G Suite for Education apps also include unlimited storage for staff and students. Temple ISD's G Suite domain is gcloud.tisd.org. Students log in with their student ID at gcloud.tisd.org and their assigned password that they use at school. If students want to log in at home, they simply need to go to an internet-connected device and go to www.google.com, click Sign in the top right-hand corner, log in with their student ID and gcloud.tisd.org email, and then enter their student password. Occasionally, there are questions about what Google does or does not do in the G Suite for Education. For instance, who owns the student data? Google does not assume ownership of any of the student data in the G Suite. And if TISD decided not to be a G Suite for Education district, Google will provide us a way to move the data. Another question is, are there ads in G Suite for Education? Google does not serve up any ads in the G Suite for Education, nor does Google use personal information in the G Suite for Education for advertising purposes. Another question asked is, does Google sell student data? Google doesn't sell G Suite data to third parties, and Google doesn't share personal information placed in systems with third parties, except in a few exceptional circumstances. Examples of sharing data are: 1. When the user gives permission to share the data, such as when logging into an app with Google credentials, or 2. When Google is required to do so by law. In Temple ISD, we actually encourage children to use their Google accounts or their Google logins with educational websites. That way, students don't have to create an account and give out information on every site that they want to visit. You will often see a place that says log in with Google or continue with Google on educational websites, and we encourage students to use their student accounts for those instances. If your child is using an educational program that the district has purchased, he or she may need to log in with their student ID and password, and each application is different. Your student will learn about how to log into those applications at school. According to board policy, use of district technology resources by students, employees, and members of the public shall not be considered confidential and may be monitored at any time. This actually mimics industry standard in many large industries that monitor their networks and their internet usage of their employees. Also, in Temple ISD, we use Gaggle to monitor student Google apps such as Gmail and Drive. Gaggle monitors for cyberbullying, inappropriate language and images, hate and violence, and self-harm. For instance, if a student sends an email to another student and attempts to cyberbully that student, the student does not receive that email. That email would be sent instead to an administrator at Gaggle to be processed back to an administrator in Temple ISD. When students graduate, the data in their Google account can be transferred to a personal Google account. If you have any questions about your child's Google account, please contact the Temple ISD Help Desk at 254-215-6883. We'll answer your questions for you there, or if you'd like to speak to me directly, they will transfer you to me. Thank you for your time and attention today.